F-150 Lightning. What's to love, and what might hold you back? Ford was one of the early birds of the all-electric pickup truck market. Sure, you could say the GMC Hummer EV pickup or the Rivian R1T were just ahead of the Lightning, but they weren't intended to be the EV truck for the masses. When it first hit the market, purchasing the Pro Series Ford Lightning offered a heck of a bargain, albeit one with limited range. Regardless, it was a real crew cab pickup with all-wheel drive, AWD, that started in the low $40,000 zone before the insane dealer markups. While the road for this electric pickup hasn't always been smooth, they make up a good chunk of the market. The question is, did Ford build a truck that's right for you? Here are some pros and cons to consider. Reason to love it. Number 1. Fairly inexpensive for an EV pickup truck. The 2024 Ford Lightning Pro had a base price of around $49,995 but is currently unavailable for order. That might have something to do with Ford temporarily stopping Lightning production. The current entry-level consumer Lightning is the XLT, which starts at $54,995. While there are many rebates and incentives for electric vehicles, Ford went a step further by slashing prices for certain trims and options. Reason to love it. Number 2. Good handling. The Lightning's independent four-wheeling suspension is a real plus for cornering. It still wallows a bit, but overall control is great, especially since the battery is directly underneath the cabin. You still feel the mass, but the Lightning is a snap to drive. Other than the Raptor, this is one of the fastest F-150s you can get. 580 horsepower and 775 lb-ft of torque is nothing to sneeze at. And it makes the F-150 Lightning a smooth highway cruiser. Reason to love it. Number 3. Extremely utilitarian. The Lightning has the same 66-inch bed as the gas-powered F-150 and a maximum payload of 2,235 pounds, which drops on higher trims. While it can tow up to 10,000 pounds, depending on the trim. I recommend lighter loads, as towing is not easy on the battery range. Given that there is no gas engine in the Lightning, the engine compartment functions as a front trunk with 14.1 cubic feet of covered storage. The back seat area has a lot of cargo space, too, with a flat load floor once the rear seats are folded up. A large rectangular storage bin provides extra storage space under the seats but can also be folded out of the way when needed. The lauded Pro Power onboard feature provides 2.4 kilowatts of power for in-vehicle use and 9.6 kilowatts for external utilities. Outlets are stationed in the truck's bed and front cargo area, so you can plug things in at either end. To love it. Number 4. Still a Ford F-150. The interior of the F-150 Lightning is very similar to a regular F-150's cabin. Sure, there are different components here and there, but it sure felt like an F-150 to me. Other than the sharper driving dynamics, instant acceleration, and lack of engine noise, it's still reminiscent of a gas or hybrid F-150. Reason to think twice. Number 1. Lags behind others. F-150 Lightning lacks options like four-wheel steering, active suspension, and a folding midgate. It's also overshadowed by trucks that outgun it in terms of range, charge speed, and off-road capability. Ford's simplicity may also be a turnoff to some. Although the automaker's decision to exclude many toys from the Lightning reflects its pricing. Reason to think twice. Number 2. Slow charging, low miles. The 98 kWh battery has a range of approximately 240 miles, while the 131 kWh battery is rated for 320 miles. Maximum DC fast charging for both is 150 kilowatts. For those keeping score, most of those numbers fall below the competition. I've also been expecting new, more robust batteries from Ford, but they have yet to arrive. Final thoughts. I was lucky enough to drive many versions of the F-150 Lightning not too long ago. I mixed towing and hauling with a great deal of long-distance driving, and overall, I came away impressed with what Ford managed to build. A solid truck that can work hard, commute, and even provide emergency power when needed. The NACS charging adapter is another great addition that allows the Lightning to use Tesla superchargers and bill the driver automatically. I suggest you try out an F-150 Lightning if you're curious about the Blue Oval's take on an electric pickup truck. It's an interesting compromise, and with the plethora of incentives, it might even be within your budget.